Just sad to see you go.
You're gonna go out there and be completely normal.
We've been pretending it's normal since we got here.
What was your first impression of the character when you first read the script?
Oh, like I would kind of turn around and walk away with him. I would take him home with me. I would turn around and walk away from him within about 90 seconds. Not the kind of person I like to be around. However, quite a lot of fun to play. And I thought there was an opportunity to do something that was like funny and scary and quite unsettling with him as well.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's very unsettling, but also I kept thinking, yeah, this looks like very fun to play, especially with the reactions of your co-stars as well in film set, right?
Yeah, and also knowing that if we get it right, we're gonna get out of an unsettling, at times aggressive character who's intimidating at times. You're gonna get laughs out of the audience. Like, how does that make sense? So it's like doing that and playing with the audience as well as your fellow actors and creating so much tension. It was something I like to do as a job, you know?
Yeah. Was it difficult to find the right spot? Because the evolution of the character, obviously, at the beginning, you know, this funny guy, and then, you know, becomes unsettling and more threatening along the way. Was it tricky to find the right spot to play him that way?
I think most of the time, I think we knew where to pitch it, and I had an angle on where I wanted to pitch it. Every now and again, the director would be like, do you know what? I think we're going too safe, we're going too comedic, or we'd be like, do you know what, we're going too threatening right now, we need to pull it back. And sort of, it was like we were walking a tightrope a lot of the time, where on this side, if you fell off, it was safe and comedic, and where if you fall off this side, it's like dangerous and horrific. And what the job of the director and us was to do, and he was really good at calibrating, was stay on the tightrope so that both things are possible at all times. And then the tension is kept, even if we do go funny for a minute, or even if we are scary for a minute, you know?
Yeah. Was there much improvising, or was there room for that?
No, our script was pretty tight. There was definitely lines that we came up with on the day or suggested beforehand, but definitely not like improvising, maybe the odd little bit, but actually the script was tight, and if we were coming up with new stuff, it was because we were looking to go further with a scene and explore an idea further or something.
You also did a bit of singing. Was it Eternal Flame? Is that the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times the song.
A lot of times? Oh yeah, I sing it twice, I think, don't I? Yeah. Maybe 2 times is a lot of times for you. That might be a critique on my voice. It was gorgeous getting to sing that, actually, and also to get to sing it so unsettlingly was quite good fun.
Yeah, because it's a beautiful
like
song.
malevolent karaoke.
Yeah. So I know you've talked about, you know, how this character is all about masculinity, what certain kind of masculinity, traditionalist and toxic. What do you find fascinating or most fascinating about the fact that this idea of toxic masculinity becomes the villain of the story and the monster?
I mean, I think that's quite an obvious choice for a villain, somebody who's like that. What's interesting about it is that you mask it behind a veneer of civility and of a kind of plausible articulacy that legitimizes his, is it toxic or is it just a kind of plausible, acceptable alpha masculinity, which there must be some version of that that's still okay. And that's his argument. And I think it's the masking just the straight up toxic nature of it that makes it fun and makes it interesting, when ultimately that is what he is. He's way more complicated than just that. But it's all the masking that makes it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ending obviously is very different from the original movie.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on this change, and do you think that makes the movie, this remake, more unique?
It makes it unique compared to the other film, but I think it's the only ending our film could have. And it's the only one that would work for our film. That's not to say that the other ending or the other film doesn't work, because it does. It's a great film. But they're doing slightly different things, and they're trying to do different things to the audience. I think our one's less of a horror, and it's more of a suspenseful psychological thriller than it is actually a horror. Whereas the behaviour in the other movie is so alien, I think, at times, or such an extreme version of human behaviour, that it feels like a horror more. And James made something slightly different, which is all good, and there's space for both, and they're both really good. But I think this is the right ending for our film.
Yeah.